Okay, so now we will solve few questions which were asked in previous GATE exams from this particular topic of rolling. The very first question, the maximum possible draft in a cold rolling of the sheet increases with. Maximum possible draft, what we have seen in the formula, maximum possible draft del H is equal to what? This is equal to mu square into R. That means this is depending upon mu. That means as mu increases, del H will increase. Okay, so answer should be A, increase in coefficient of friction. Next question is question number 3 according to booklet. Hot rolling of mild steel is carried out. As I told you, hot rolling is a rolling process which is carried out above recrystallization temperature. Okay, so answer for this is D. Here answer is A. Next is question number 11. Cold working of steel is defined as the working. What is cold working? The working below its recrystallization temperature. So answer is C. The working below recrystallization temperature. Next is question number 18. In order to reduce the roll pressure in a strip rolling, back tension must be applied to the strip. Okay, I told you this thing. We discussed few ways in order to decrease what we can do in order to decrease the roll separating force. And one of the way was to provide the front and back tension sigma 1 and sigma 2. Okay, so this statement is correct. 18th is true. Next is question number 19. While rolling, a strip of peripheral velocity of roll is. This also I told you. While rolling a strip, the peripheral velocity of roll. What is the peripheral velocity of roll? That is equal to the velocity at neutral point. Okay, and entry velocity is always less than that of the velocity at neutral point, and exit velocity is always greater than the velocity of neutral point. Okay, so just read the question again. While rolling the strip, peripheral velocity of roll is greater than the entry velocity and less than the velocity at exit. So the answer is greater and less. Next is question number 23. At 1000 degrees centigrade, the crystallographic structure of iron is. What is the crystallographic structure at 1000 degrees centigrade? This also I told you. This is gamma iron. Okay. Next coming to the 2-mark question. And 2-mark question, question number 4. Okay. The thickness of metallic sheet is reduced from an initial value of 16 mm to a final value of 10 mm in one single pass rolling with a pair of cylindrical rollers, each of diameter 400 mm. The angle of bite will be. Okay, so we know the formula for angle of bite, tan of alpha is equal to under root of del H upon R. Okay, so just put the values. So del H given as initial thickness is 16, final thickness is 10 upon radius is given as 200. So from here this alpha will be equal to 9.9 degree. Answer is D. Okay. Next is question number 10. A strip with cross-sectional area 150 mm by 4.5 mm is being rolled with 20% reduction of area using a 450 mm diameter rolls. The angle subtended by the deformation zone at the roll center is. Okay, so one thing we know that width will remain constant and width is given as 150 mm. So this 150 mm will remain constant. Okay, therefore whatever is the reduction in area, that is nothing but the reduction in height. Okay, so the final height will be equal to initial height h0 is given as what? 4.5 mm. Final height h1 is reduced by 20%, so this will be 4.5 into 0.8, which is equal to 3.6 mm. Okay, and radius is given as what? 450 mm. Okay, so from here we can get the value of alpha, which is equal to tan inverse of under root of del H upon R. So just put the values, we will get 3.62 degree or 0.06 radian. That's it. Getting is not? Okay. Next question. Next is question number 11. cold working of metals result in increase in strength and hardness. This is assertion, and this assertion is true. As I told you, in cold working strength and hardness increases. What is the reason given? Cold working reduces the number of dislocations per unit volume of the material. No, this is not a correct reason. Heading is not okay. So A is true, but R is false. So answer is C. Next question is question number 16. Okay. In a single pass rolling process using 410 mm diameter steel rollers, a strip of width 140 mm and thickness 8 mm undergoes 10% reduction of thickness. The angle of bite in radian is. Okay, same question. Again the same thing. We have to determine what? Angle of bite in radian. So this will be equal to tan inverse under root of del h upon r. So this will be equal to tan inverse under root of 8 minus 7.2 upon 205, which is equal to 0.062 radian. Okay, you can see that most of the questions are asked from few formulas. One formula is del h is equal to mu square into r del h maximum. Second is this formula, tan of alpha is equal to under root of del h upon r. So in most of the years the questions are asked from this formula, based on this formula only. Okay, next question is question number 17. In a rolling process, sheet of 25 mm thickness is rolled to 20 mm thickness. Roll is of diameter 600 mm and it rotates at 100 rpm. The roll strip contact length will be. Okay, so we know what roll strip contact length, what we call as L. This is equal to what? Under root of r into del h. Okay. Is given as what? 300 mm. So L will be equal to what? Under root of 300 into 25 minus 20. So from here this will be approximately equal to 39 mm. Answer. Getting this? Okay. Next question. Question number 21. This is again the same question. Tan of alpha is equal to under root of del h upon r. You can use the same formula. Next question is question number 22. If the elongation factor during rolling of an ingot is 1.22, the minimum number of passes needed to produce a section of 250 by 250 mm from an ingot of 750 by 750 mm is. Okay. So initial cross section area is given from question number 22. Initial cross section area is given as what? 750 by 750 mm. So this will be equal to 5,62,500 mm square. Final cross section area is 250 by 250. So this will be equal to 62,500 mm square. Okay. So this A0 will be A0 by A1. The final required reduction in cross section area. So this will be equal to what? 5,62,500 divided by 62,500. So this will be equal to 9. This is final required reduction in cross section. Okay. Now elongation factor is given. Now what will be elongation factor? That is the elongation in per unit, elongation per pass. Okay, or you can say decrease in cross section per pass. Okay, so this is the total required decrease in cross section, and decrease in cross section per pass is given as 1.22. So how many number of passes will be required? Therefore number of passes will be equal to 9 divided by 1.22, which is equal to 8. Okay, so answer is A. Clear or not? Okay. Next question is question number 25. The thickness of plate is reduced from 30 mm to 10 mm by successive cold rolling process with identical rolls of diameter 600 mm. Assume that there is no change in width. If the coefficient of friction between the rolls and the workpiece is 0.1, the minimum number of passes required will be. Getting this now? Okay, so how can we determine minimum number of passes? So for that we will have to determine del h maximum per pass. And what is this del h max per pass? This is equal to mu square into r. Okay, so just put the values. Mu is given as 0.1, r is given as 300, so this will be equal to 3. Okay, now we want to determine minimum number of passes. So what will be this minimum number of passes? This will be equal to total required reduction 30 minus 10 divided by 3, which is equal to 6.67 or 7 passes. Answer. Heading is not. Okay. Next is question number 28. In comparison to hot working, in cold working, higher forces are required. We have to determine the correct statements. Okay. So first statement is higher forces are required. Yes, this is correct. No heating is required. Yes. Less ductility is required. No, this is not correct. Better surface finish is obtained. Yes, this is correct. Okay, so answer is 1, 2 and 4 B. Answer of question number 28 is B. Okay. Next question is question number 29. In rolling process, the roll separating force can be decreased by. Okay, so I told you few methods of decreasing the roll separating force. The options are given. Reducing the roll diameter. Yes, this is the correct answer. By reducing the roll diameter or correspondingly roll radius, we can reduce the roll separating force. Let us analyze other options as well. Increasing friction between the rolls and the metal. No, the friction between the rolls and the metal should be decreased. Reducing the front tension. No, the front tension should be increased. Providing backup rollers. Backup rollers are provided not to decrease the roll separating force, but backup rollers are provided in order to support the backup. When we are decreasing the roll diameter, the strength of the rolls are decreasing, therefore backup rollers are provided. So the purpose of backup roller is to support the main roller. So the answer is A, that is reducing the roller diameter. Getting this? Okay. Next question is question number 32. A 4 mm thick sheet is rolled with 300 mm diameter rolls to reduce the thickness without any change in its width. The friction coefficient at work roll interface is 0.1. The minimum possible thickness of the sheet will be. Okay. So the minimum possible thickness for single roll. So we know what del H max is equal to what? Mu square into R. Or you can say H0 minus H1 is equal to mu square into R, 0.1 square into 150. H0 is given as 4 minus H1 is equal to 1.5, or from here H1 is equal to 25 mm. Sorry, 2.5 mm. H1 will be equal to 2.5 mm. So answer is C. Okay. Next question. A copper strip of 200 mm width and 30 mm thickness is to be rolled to a thickness of 25 mm. The roll of radius 300 mm rotates at 10 rpm. The average shear strength of the work material is 180 megapascal. The roll strip contact length and roll forces are. Okay, so what are given in the question? Width is given as 200 mm. H0 initial thickness is given as 30 mm. Final thickness H1 is given as 25 mm. Radius of roll is given as what? 300 mm. And apart from this, RPM, speed of the roller, is given as 100 RPM. Okay. So first thing we want to determine what? Contact length. So what is this contact length? Under root of del H into R, R del H. So just put the value. So this will be equal to under root of 300 into 30 minus 25, which is equal to 5. So this will be equal to 38.72 mm. First thing. Second thing, we have to determine roll separating force. And we know the formula of roll separating force, that is 2 by root 3 sigma y B into L 1 plus mu into L upon 4H. This is the formula I told you. Okay. So in this, the unknown factor is this sigma y. First thing. So how can we determine this sigma y? The value given is of tau. This tau ultimate is given as 180 megapascal. Okay, and we know what tau is equal to 0.6 of sigma u. Okay, so from here we can determine the ultimate stress as 180 divided by 0.6. So this will be equal to 300 megapascal. Okay, and what is sigma y? Sigma y is nothing but 0.5 of sigma u. Okay, so from here we can determine sigma u. So from here we can determine the value of sigma y which will be equal to 150 megapascal. Getting this? First thing. Second thing, we have to determine the value of mu. Okay, mu is also unknown, and how can we determine this mu? Mu is nothing but tan of beta, and as we know that tan beta is equal to tan of alpha, and which is equal to under root of del h upon r. Okay, so from here this mu will be equal to 0.129. On putting the values, mu will be equal to 0.129. Okay, third thing which is unknown is h, average height. And what is this average height? H, average thickness is h naught plus h1 by 2. Okay, so 30 plus 25 by 2, which is equal to 27.5 mm. Okay, so just put the values, put all the values, we will get the roll separating force. This will be 2 by root 3 into 150 into 200 into 38.72 into 1 plus mu 0.129 into 38.72 divided by 4 into 27.5. Okay, so from here this roll separating force will be equal to 1402 kilonewton or 1.4 meganewton. So answer is C. That's it. Getting this now? Okay. Next question. In a rolling process, thickness of the strip is reduced from 4 mm to 3 mm using 300 mm diameter rolls rotating at 100 rpm. The velocity of a strip at the neutral point is. Now, what actually is the velocity of a strip? Velocity of a strip at neutral point we have to determine, and that is nothing but velocity of the rollers. As I told you, the velocity of the strip, this is our roller. Okay, so this is our neutral point, and the velocity of a strip at neutral point is nothing but equal to velocity of the roller. So we just have to determine the velocity of roller here. So what will be the velocity of roller? V is equal to pi dn by 60. Okay, so just put the values, pi into d, which is equal to 300 into 10 to the power minus 3 in meters, into 100 divided by 60, which is equal to 1.57 meter per second. That's it. Getting this? Okay, last question. In a single pass rolling operation, a 20 mm thick plate with a 100 mm width is reduced to 18 mm thickness. The roller radius is 250 mm and rotational speed is 10 rpm. The average flow stress for the plate material is 300 megapascal. The required power for the rolling operation in kilowatt is closer to. Okay, so we have to determine required power. And in order to determine the power, we know what power is equal to what? 2 pi nt by 60. Okay, we have the value of n. So in order to determine power, we will have to determine the torque. And when we know what torque is equal to what? F average into A. This also I told you, where A is nothing but lambda into L. So for this we will have to determine this F average. So our first task is to determine the F average or roll separating force. Okay, so just determine this roll separating force or F average. So this F average will be equal to 2 by root 3 sigma y dl 1 plus mu into L upon 4h. Okay, so here mu we can determine tan alpha or tan beta, which is equal to under root of del h upon r. So from here this mu will be equal to under root of 20 minus 18 divided by 250, which is equal to 0.089. First thing, h will be equal to what? H naught plus h1 by 2. Okay, so this will be 20 plus 18 by 2, which is equal to 19 mm. Okay, third thing, L is equal to what? Under root of r into del h. Just put the value. So this will be 250 into del h is 2, which is equal to 22.36 mm. Okay, so once we have determined all the unknowns from here, we can determine the value of F average. So this F average will be equal to 2 by root 3 sigma y is what? 300 into 100 into 22.36 into 1 plus mu into L 0.089 into 22.36 divided by 4 into 90. Okay, so from here this F average will be equal to 795 kilonewton. Getting this now? Okay, first thing. Now we want to determine the value of torque, which is equal to F average into A, and A we know is what? A is equal to what? Lambda into L. Okay, and lambda, I told you the value of lambda lies between 0.3 to 0.4. Okay, so for worst condition, maximum value of lambda will be taken, therefore lambda will be taken as 0.4. So just put the value. So A will be equal to 0.4 into 22.36, which is equal to 8.94 mm. Getting this? So torque will be equal to what? F average into A. So this will be equal to 795 into 8.94 into 10 to the power minus 3 in meter. So this will be 7.11 kilonewton meter. Value of torque. Okay. Similarly, we can determine the value of power, which is equal to 2 pi nt by 60. So from here, just put the value 2 pi into 10 into 7.11 into 10 to the power 3 in Newton meter divided by 60. So from here, this will be 7.45 kilowatt per roller. Okay, this power is for driving single roller, and we know we have what, 2 rollers. Okay, so for 2 rollers, total power will be equal to 2 into 7.45. So this will be equal to 14.9 kilowatt. So answer is approximately. That's it. Okay, so questions were very simple. Only there are few formulas which are used in all of the questions. You can see the any of the previous question. Just there are few formulas. You can just learn those formulas and you can solve the numerical easily. Okay, thank you.